What's happening, you guys? It's the Real Vinny Van channel. Y'all doing all right? It's amazing to see that since I haven't been doing daily walks, or videos, I've still been growing. The power of past videos, really. Just the videos that I have done keeps bringing them in, I reckon. Thank you for subscribing. I'm still growing, I'm still doing my thing. It's just, you know, I love watching I love to watch all the people who are van lifing and really, you know, this whole culture of vehicle dwelling is really taking hold with the masses. There are so many groups and so many people who are turning to van life, and some are just militant about it, you know, like the backlash they get from family or whatever just really sends them over the edge, you know, and they're just pissed. It's it's a trip to see, you know, but you know, life is yours, and y'all got to make the best choice for you. And whether it's, as I said, choose the kind of van life that suits your life, suits what you're dreaming of doing. And I think a lot of people are reading the Thoreau book, and they're getting the advice from, like, Bob Wells, for instance. Great guy. Whoa, very inspirational. But he's coming from a place of like loss. Like, he had a situation that happened. That's why he chooses it. But he's got a lot of great advice. His life, the way he lives it now, is basically due to circumstances and things that happen. He walked by a trailer and he said, I could live in that, you know? And then he went ahead and got something and he lived in it. And that's how the story goes. Basically, he had a divorce, he lost a son. He's got a pretty heart-wrenching story. And so we all have our story, right? And we all have our reasons, whether we read the Thoreau book or listened to that poet, that Bob Wells, what's his name? He writes the poetry. He's a van lifer. He lives in a trailer. Really cool guy. And he's in that Without Bounds or something movie that Bob produced. And he quotes the Spigot poem, you know, slowing the leakage and all that. If you've watched some of Bob's interviews, he interviews that guy exclusively, sits down outside of his trailer, the guy tells his story, and he's got great perspective. He was a police officer, he flipped a couple houses, he saved $100,000, and that was enough to invest and to start living. He's been 45 years in a trailer or a truck or something, camper, and he still does it, and he'll do it the rest of his life, he says. But he writes poems based on those things, and he's really good. His perspective is pretty great. But you know, I think a majority of people, why they choose it, is they hear an old adage or something that basically says, why waste all the energy that you have now as a young person, and then wait till you have 5 or 10 years left to live to experience everything without any strength. You know, basically retire now, take the risk now, live how you want to live now, pursue your dreams, pursue experiences, not things. Get out there and create memories. Have fun while you have strength to do it. And so a lot of people, young and older, and even encouraging people to retire early. But everybody is, for the most part, that's what they're doing. And I get it. I mean, I get it totally. I'm still on the fence due to circumstances in my life. I'm not on the fence about what I want to do. I'm on the fence about what I can do, and being responsible and having, taking responsibility for my life, those around me that I love. And so, yeah, circumstances are a lot. That's a lot to basically make that choice and just be done with everything. Walk away from the high income, walk away from it all. The smartest advice is to choose your type of van life that you can do feasibly now and use what you got, but save money while you have income. Save money. It's always smart to have extra money to do something that allows you to travel and to do the things that you want to do without worrying. I'm crossing the road like vegetable police. Oh no! Except no slow-mo here. Anyway, save the money. Save enough money that allows you to do whatever you want to do. Otherwise, don't save the money. Take a lot of risk. Take chances that maybe you shouldn't take, and just go and see what life does. And that's always fun. I've done that many times in my life. I've absolutely put it all on the line and just not thought so much, and just went. Just did what I wanted to do. Money or no money. Figured it out when I got there. People are always really wonderful. People are very generous. In other words, if you're in need, something will give. And nowadays you got Patreon and YouTube and people who subscribe and follow and want to see you succeed. But then you come to the point where, are you going to be an e-bagger? You're going to just be, is your content going to be saying, oh no, I'm in this situation, my brakes fell, I need money for brakes, and then people got to bail you out, and you got to beg for brake money? Or, I haven't ate in 3 days, and can you guys, what I mean? It's like, you don't want to be in that position. Nobody does. I hate that. I don't want to have to make any money. I wish that I didn't have to make any money at all. I wish that I could just go and not even worry about having money or needing money, but that is not the case. And, without going all into detail, I got choices to make. I have a daughter who's pregnant. She's doesn't have much, no support. That's a huge thing for me, to think that I'm just gonna bail, leave my daughter without anything. And of course, if I had a great YouTube and had the money, and and it was going well, like Trenton Alley, aiming it back, and I had something substantial already, even something made $2,000 or $3,000 a month, then I wouldn't worry. I could just help my daughter, because I don't need a lot out there. I don't need much. I'm not trying to get rich. It's not my goal isn't just to have a successful YouTube channel for financial reasons. My goal is to sustain the ability to live my dreams. And whatever that means, if it means that, I don't have much and I'm doing the things I love, there you go. As long as I don't have to beg, as long as I don't have to borrow, as long as I'm feeling good and I'm happy. I'm not looking for a rich lifestyle or being able to buy everything I possibly can. You know, it's weird because you follow these people that do consistent YouTube, and they start out with nothing. They're watching their budget. Oh, can we afford that? I don't know. Oh, can we afford that? And then next thing you know, they're buying multiple houses and properties and boats and skis and motorcycles and extra vehicles and rebuilding out vans and buying a new van and rebuilding that one. And you know, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. And it's weird. After 3-4 years, you see people, and deservedly so. They did the work. You know how hard it is to do YouTube consistently, to do the videos, to make the videos, to edit them. It's hard, man. It's a lot of work, and I don't even edit. I don't do editing, but it's hard to stay consistent. Even just doing the video a day, just walking and talking. You gotta have some confidence. You gotta feel good. You got to have some kind of idea of what you're gonna talk about. Not me. Not me. I don't do that. I had no idea what I was gonna talk about. And I just hit record and start talking. That's basically what I do. But I have a lot going on in my life, so there's a ton of things to talk about. And I watch a lot of videos, and I watch this and I watch that, and I gain ideas and things to think about, and that's what I talk about. So it's not that I'm just making up some garbage. I'm definitely trying to talk about things that I've been thinking about myself. And yeah, a rare Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks, but I heard they started carrying oat milk, so I check it out. You know what I mean? But they didn't have any honey. That stinks. It's always something. But yeah, I've had some rough. And when I come on here, let me just tell you something. I'm not being fake, and I'm not hiding anything. But the truth be told, I've been going through a lot. And I don't come on here to be sad and down and depressed and talk to you like I'm gonna die. But if I told you what was going on in my life and the things that I deal with every day, I think there would be some people that would say, oh my gosh, Vincent, I'm so sorry. And then the next day, my views would be going down. Nobody wants to hear that, see that. I want a successful channel. I want people that subscribe because, you know, it's real life. I'm not faking the funk here. It's the real thing. It's me talking. I know I haven't had any adventures. I try to talk about the relevancy of things in van life happening in and around it. It's currently what this channel is about, my van, which right now is empty. I've taken everything out. I've got to finish the subfloor. In other words, cut out to the mold of the sides and expand the wood over so I can utilize all of the floor space. It has a drop off at the sliding doors right now, and it's about probably a foot of space I'm just wasting. But I have decided, unless I have somebody that's really good at building stuff, I'm just going to keep it very simple. I'm putting a subfloor. I'm adding the things that I feel like I can do, but keeping it very simple and minimal. I don't feel like a build, anything's worthy of a build until I get a bigger space. You know, even what's his name, Dave on the Go, who had the same van as me, but all the bells and whistles. He called his the Rubik's Cube of minivan campers or something, or the Swiss knife, he said. The Swiss Army knife of minivan campers. And I see what they're doing. I see them building out every nook and cranny, pulling little drawers and showing, you know, finding a little space you can utilize for this and that. That's fantastic. And I know by being minimal and no build, I am absolutely wasting space. Space in the air, space on the underneath the floor, whatever. I still have the back hideaway chairs from the very back stuck in the bottom. I haven't taken those out to create that big space, you know, because then I have to build. Then you're building, and I don't want to build. I don't want to build because I feel like it's just too small of a space to do that. And even Dave on the Go sold his. He's in some big box truck conversion, living in it, has everything in there you can want, and all the room and standing up. And ultimately, people do a little minivan. They feel the need to build out like crazy and gets every little area that you could use to build out. And in the end, it's just a crowded, little uncomfortable situation with all your junk. And I don't want to carry all my junk. I want to keep it simple. I want to sleep comfortably. I want to watch what I want to watch, whether it be on my TV or on my phone. I took the TV out lately. I got the fans there. The shelves are still there. I might remove one of them. I have the fan, like I said, and I keep my battery and cooler in there. That's pretty much it. I'll probably replace the cooler with a refrigerator. I'm not putting a max fan because what's the point? A max fan obviously does not keep you cool in the hot summer. Not here in Texas, it won't. So why cut a big hole in something when I could sell it down the road and not have any holes in it, not have a bunch of screws in it? So I feel that way about a small van. Minivans are great. They have lots of room. Yes, you could build a bed that stands up a little bit and has storage inside of it, which I might do at some point if the van is what I still have. But I gotta tell you, you know, living in a van, unless you're able to travel and see all the places everyone's seeing, is not the ideal situation. Nobody wants to live in a van just for the sake of living in a van, unless you're saving a lot of money. If you're saving a lot of money by working locally and sleeping in your van locally, then more power to you. I'm not. I don't save more money because I sleep in a van. I still have the rent for the shop, just like home. So most of you just have a job, no overhead. You make your money, you pay your rent. I have a job with overhead. I make my money, I pay the rent. So, and even though I do have, on average, a better, higher paying job than a lot of people, because it is my own business and such, it's still, I'm in a position where I need things that cost high dollar. I need dental work that's high dollar. We're talking about $30,000 of replacement stuff and dental work. Do I have that? Not even close. Do I have credit for that? No, I do not. So I've been dealing with some crap for a long time, which I should have already a year or 2, 3 years ago taken care of. It's not good for you to have teeth that are messed up like that. And I'm just saying, I have high dollar things that need to be taken care of. So when you think about me taking off on the road just for the sake of living in a car, for one, you don't have income, so you don't have money to travel, because gas, like in a lot of areas where I want to be, is like $5 an hour, five bucks a gallon. At $3 a gallon, it cost me $700 to travel from here to Cincinnati and back. And that's going through Memphis and Nashville and Kentucky and Cincinnati, and just basic trip. I didn't drive everywhere. I just took in where I was, and that was it. $700. That's a lot of money. You can't just keep driving and keep, oh, I don't like here, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Hey, let's go 1,000 miles that way. Another 500, 600 bucks. You gotta really understand what this kind of lifestyle and what you're doing is gonna cost you. I don't have the money for that. I could do it for a little bit with the savings I have, but then you're stuck somewhere going, I'm living in a van. Do I just get a job here? You know what I mean? So there are dilemmas, and unless you are ready to face those, don't do it. Definitely live and work and save money, but don't put yourself in a position where you're going to be begging on the street and having to make a cardboard sign saying, please, anything helps. You know, God bless you. Or, I'm not going to lie, I just want to buy a beer. That's a good one. There's a few good signs. If you have to do it, definitely use a clever, honest sign. And, you know, those guys can make $100 a day standing out on some street asking for extra cash. People do it. In Austin, people do it. Everywhere you go. But anyway, I've had a lot of things going on, and I just wanted to touch base and let you know, I'm still trying to stay as excited about what's next in my life as I can, whether it be my studio's put together, I'm in a solid place, my business is going, I'm living in the van, or if I have an actual apartment where I do videos from it and I take trips as often as I can in my van. And I always crash in the van, I always go somewhere and camp out. And doing it often, it would be nice. But let's be frank. Can I be frank? No, I'll be Vincent. The fact is, nobody just wants to live in a van for the van's sake. Nobody wants to just sleep in a van, because I love sleeping in a van. Everybody, even Eamon and Beck, they just took a trip to Morocco to get the van, Trinity. I guess they're leaving it there and coming back for a back surgery or something, but they got back to the house from being on the road and for weeks in the van and traveling. They got back to their house and it was like, oh my gosh, you know, they were just like overwhelmed with how much they loved their place. And Beck's laying on her bed going, oh, this is what I want, you know. And it's the truth. Everybody wants their own place, their own beautiful, great situation they can call their own. And what's affordable for many is just that, their car. And that's what they can afford. That's what they can call their own. And so a lot of people are doing that. That is the reason, that is the psychology behind van life. There, I've said it. When you need information, you go to Real Vinny Van channel and you will get it. I don't know if I'm right. It's my theory, okay? It's my theory. Anyway, I do miss these videos. Like I said, they've always been therapeutic. It helps me. If I'm having a really down, depressing week or something, I do a video. It really does help me. So sometimes I gotta force myself, but I try. I know the channel's growing. It doesn't look like I'm gonna hit my 1,000 viewers and 4,000 watch hours in 1 year at this point. So kind of screwed there as far as getting the channel monetized. I just did not grow. I stayed with it for, you know, a good amount of time, months and months, doing videos practically every day. And the channel grew, but 257 viewers at this point, subscribers. Even if I had 257,000 subscribers right now, I'd be doing all right with that. But even if I had 2,000 subscribers, 2,570, you know, 10 times the subscribers, that doesn't mean that would put me in the place where I need to be financially to take off. And you know what I want to do? I was just crossing that there bridge, and I was just thinking to myself as I was talking, you know what I want to do? I want to just close the shop, and I want to go and test the water. That's what I want to do. That's my heart. I want to leave this place, and I want to be done with doing anything for a year. And I need to pursue health. I need to pursue mental health, physical health, spiritual health. I need to go walkabout, man. That's what Real Vinny Van needs to do. I need a walkabout. I need hardcore. I have a grandson coming, believe it or not. And to have my mother locally. She's always telling me, don't worry about me. Just do what you want to do. I'll be fine. I know, I hear you. But you know, it's true and it's not true at the same time. She depends on me, wants me over all the time, loves me being local. If I leave, what's that doing, you know? So, and I do have a great thing. I have a great business that can go one way or the other. I could go where I just stay part-time and work as much as I want and then just go on my trips, or I could just shut it down and leave and have nothing. Or I could up the amount that I work every week by 2 days and go go to 5 and 6 days a week and make the real cash, and just do that for 6 months, 8 months, a year, and then go, I would have a substantial amount of money saved. But with all these other things that need to be approached in my life, the real is, if I don't approach them though, then how do I do that without an income on the road? So you see where I'm headed? You see where I'm going? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? I hope so. 25 minutes, 42 seconds. That is not a record. I have longer videos than that. You guys, I'm sorry once again for going long. If you've stuck around this far, you must like it. Please hit the like. It helps me with the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, the heck are you waiting for? This is where it's at, man. This is where it's at, says Vinny. All right, guys, I care for you abundantly. I hope that you have a fantastic Christmas holiday, and I just want to give thanks to God for everything he's done for me, how he's stuck with me. He's not ever left me. Even in my hardest times, I know where I lean. I know who I depend on, and that is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And God bless you guys and keep you, for real. Thanks for watching. Take care.